For thousands of years, humanity has chased a single dream. Utopia. A world without hunger, a world without war, a world without disease. A place where every single need is met instantly. But what if I told you that Utopia is actually a trap? In 1968, an ethologist named John B. Calhoun decided to play God. He built a literal heaven on earth for mice. He gave them everything: unlimited food, perfect climate, zero predators. But within a few years, this paradise didn't just collapse. It turned into a slaughterhouse. This is the story of Universe 25. And terrifyingly, it might be a prophecy for the future of humanity. Welcome to the Vault. To understand the horror, we first need to understand the box. Universe 25 was a massive enclosure, designed to be the ultimate mouse habitat. It was a 9-foot square metal pen with tunnels, nesting boxes, and unlimited dispensers of food and water. It began with just 4 pairs of mice, 8 Adams and Eves. The first few months were known as the Strive period. The mice adjusted to their new world. They explored their surroundings, built nests, and formed the first social bonds. It was peaceful. It was perfect. Then came the exploit period. The population exploded. It started doubling every 55 days. With no disease, no cats, no owls, most mice lived to a ripe old age. By day 315, the population hit 620 mice. On the surface, it looked like a runaway success story. But Calhoun noticed something wrong. The paradise was about to rot from the inside. Even though the box could comfortably hold nearly 4,000 mice, the animals started to crowd together in specific areas. Calhoun called this bizarre phenomenon the behavioral sink. Think of it like everyone in a city deciding to live in a single apartment building, even though there are thousands of empty houses all around. This unnatural crowding was the first sign of a society breaking down. Without the daily struggle for survival, the very fabric of mouse society began to unravel. Normal social roles vanished. Young mice, who should have been learning how to find a mate and secure territory, couldn't find their place. Society was full. There were no jobs to be had, no roles to fill. So, they became outcasts. From this disenfranchised youth, hyperaggressive gangs formed. Alpha males, who would normally protect their families and territory, stopped doing so. Instead, they became roaming tyrants, attacking others for absolutely no reason. The chaos spread like a virus. It soon infected the females. Mothers, overwhelmed and stressed by the constant crowds and violence, stopped building proper nests. They would just drop their babies on the floor and forget about them. Some would abandon them completely. Then, something even darker began to happen. The mothers started attacking their own offspring. Cannibalism appeared, and this wasn't due to starvation. There was unlimited food just inches away. The society was physically healthy, but it was socially insane. Amidst this escalating violence, a strange new group emerged. Calhoun called them the Beautiful Ones. These were males who withdrew from society completely. They didn't fight. They didn't try to mate. They didn't help raise young. They didn't engage in any social behavior whatsoever. All they did was eat, sleep, and groom their fur. They were called beautiful because, unlike the other mice who were covered in scars from constant fighting, their coats were perfect and unblemished, but inside they were empty. They had lost the complex behaviors needed to be a mouse. They were essentially biological robots, just going through the motions of existence. When the population peaked at 2,200, the society was beyond saving. Nearly all the young males were beautiful ones, completely disengaged from reality, and the females, having grown up in chaos, had lost the ability to be mothers. The birth rate plummeted. Soon, it dropped to 0. The last mouse was born on day 600. The colony, filled with aging, non-reproductive mice, was simply waiting to die. It headed toward inevitable extinction. Universe 25 died. But the question remains, was this just about mice? Or was it about us? It's easy to dismiss this as just a strange animal experiment. But Calhoun himself saw it as a grim warning. Look at our modern world. We have more food, comfort, and safety than any humans in history. We have solved many of the problems that plagued our ancestors for millennia. Yet, we see the rise of social isolation, the breakdown of traditional communities. Think about the hikikomori phenomenon in Japan, where hundreds of thousands of young men withdraw from society to live entirely in their bedrooms, just like the beautiful ones. We see an obsession with self-image, with grooming our digital profiles and physical appearances, while our real-world social bonds decay. Calhoun concluded that when a society loses its challenges, when its purpose is fulfilled, the individuals within it lose their spirit. When life has no meaning beyond simple consumption and existence, complex social behaviors like courtship, parenting, and community defense begin to fade away. First comes the death of the spirit, then comes the death of the body. Are we living in the early stages of Universe 25? Is our comfortable, convenient world slowly stripping us of our purpose, turning us into beautiful ones? Or can we recognize the danger and escape the box before it's too late? Let me know your theory in the comments below. If you want to explore more dark files from history and ask uncomfortable questions about our future, subscribe to the Utopia Vault. I'll see you in the next one.